Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, again for giving me time. I second the motion, and I'll continue to support it by giving my statement. I think from where we stand now, I think it is in everyone's mouth that the disaster is really coming to our place. Drought is really alarming. The situation is really bad, Mr. Speaker, sir. I think I'm not going to agree more to this motion because everything is very evident. All the evidence is very glaring. It is seen from every part of this county, in as much as I'm sure everywhere in the country is affected. But our county is really much affected by this. Reading the report from the NDMA, National Drought Management Authority, we've come to see, in as much as we are feeling it from where we are seated, we've seen a lot of issues as indicators to the worst hit drought. If you look at the, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are people who live with our livelihood is dependent on animals. In as much as we depend on these animals, we actually, from the food we eat, from the school fees our parents, as parents pay to our kids, is all coming from this livestock. But as we stand now, the livestock is gone. I think the poverty level of this county is gone up, Mr. Speaker, sir. If you see the livestock body condition, it's not there. Everywhere is carcass. I'm sure my colleagues passed virtually every ward in this county, and they have witnessed and attested to what is really happening with their own eyes. I'm sure even the schools are going to be affected in this county. Where we are seated, I'm sure everyone is really feeling the heat of this drought, Mr. Speaker, sir. Our animals are not there. We are going to declare, apart from even declaring animals' deaths, we are going to declare very soon, God forbid, people are going to perish. Because if you really depend on these animals, and these animals are gone, where are you going to get your food? Because the body condition of the animals is not there. The vegetation cover is not there. These animals are not getting anything. And you perish because whatever you depend on has actually perished. Livestock mortality is everywhere. I can't talk more about that because we are really feeling the heat. And also, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm also, as a parent, I'm so perturbed because schools are going to open very soon, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I'm seeing the danger of our kids not going to school. Because one, if these schools are not going to provide food, because in this pastoral area, most of our kids go to school because they get some school fee, they get some food from there. If there's no food at home, people run to schools so that they get food for their stomach. Now, if we are not going to provide school with meals, both primary and secondary school, in as much as not under the mandate of the county, I think no kid is going to go to school, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because food is not available at home. If we avail that in the schools, I think some continuity to some percentage is going to be realized. As a mother, I'm also concerned with the girls going to school, both primary and secondary school. Unless now, in as much as we provide food maybe, and also some water to these schools, we also need to provide dignity kits to these schools, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because the dignity kits, the parents do not have money to buy these essential things. I know everybody knows the dignity kit I'm talking about. So to whatever, to all the statements written here, I also want us to include dignity kits for our girls. Because of a mother, I know how it pinches a parent who can't afford a meal, cannot afford to buy a sanitary towel for the girls. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, as I earlier said, I'm really in the support of this motion, and I think we are supposed to move with a lot of haste to support this motion from the other members who are seated, so that we declare the drought as a disaster in our county, so that the government can now move ahead and provide the essentials, because we are moving back to essentials actually, apart from development now. Because food is essential service, which is supposed to be provided by the government to its people, because we are not in an era where people will die with hunger. So I support the motion, Mr. Speaker, sir, and as I earlier said, I concur with the statement, with the motion, and I think all the members will stand up in support of this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Rahma. Honorable